Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magic Require. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs and pokey-yokes. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I take my keys to go home. Didn't see I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think the thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun, or sold my soul for the tongue, or dead since I was young, or got some voodoo done?
Peace and blessings, everybody. Namaste, shalom. Yeah. Y'all know how to do it. But anyway, he's back, y'all. Please give a warm welcome again to the knowledgeable brother, the Decoder, Ani Osaru. What's up, brother?
Yes, sir, man. It's always good to be back on the Brothers platform and to share knowledge and to connect with the family.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited for this one today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Something's always going on. And before we even get started, there's a question I want to ask you, because I'm always telling people about how I do certain stuff, right? You decode things all the time, and you're on quite a few platforms, and, you know, you give out a lot of great information. So with that being said, you do it all the time. How do you stay sane? How do you decompress?
Well, I do have a placement in my astrological chart in exaltation to Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter is guru in Vedic astrology. It's a symbol to give knowledge and to make order of chaos. So I can take the chaos and put it in order. And I have another placement exalted in Venus. So the aesthetics of it, I can put it in a way that you guys can look at it and say that makes sense. How he organized, how it connects, and you compare it back. Well, I make it simple for everyone. So some people can only appeal the decode to a specific type of audience.
Right.
I have a gift to make it apparent to everyone. You know, that's why when the Charlie Kirk thing, when something big goes on, God, this is when everybody comes out the woodwork. You know, now they want to come to a person like myself. Like right now on my Instagram, I'm up to like 7 million views this month.
Really? Okay.
On average, that doesn't happen on average. I mean, it's about around 1 million views because people still are into this type of information, but it's up to 7 million because you're challenging the thoughts of the masses.
Right.
You know, the masses, they're being sucked in through the ritual, which ritu means season. So every season, like Bobby would say, they'll come during the fall equinox, fuck some shit up, and now everybody is ensnared in the trap. So I'm here to show you the trap and flash the water or throw the water in your face, like wake up, look at it's numerology, Kabbalah, Qliphoth, Illuminati type stuff, and it pertains to spiritual things that they're doing, and I enjoy. Was a part, not even just enjoy, it's a part of me to do it, God.
Gotcha. Excellent answer. I'm glad for you, brother. Keep doing what you do. You do an excellent job. Like I said, I enjoy having you here. And I just want to speak to some people here. What's up, Ultra Instinct, my Cherie? Aloha. Nikki Love, good to see you. Both Moonies are here. Peace and blessings, Moonchild and the Mooniverse.
Peace.
And Melanin Mommy and Katrina, the homies here. All right. So Charlie's death came out in my March 7th reading. I was blown away. Okay. I personally did not know who this man was until all this went down. I'm serious. I honestly just don't really pay attention to, stuff like this. But did you know who he was and what he was about?
Well, yeah, I'm into some of the political stuff just to see the rituals and see what goes on.
Gotcha.
Like I know some political people
Right.
here in South Carolina. They go to these conventions sometime. Like a Democrat will go to a Republican convention just to see their talking points or to see what the Heritage Foundation is funding through an organization like Turning Point, which Charlie Kirk was a part of. And see what is the new talking point. So the Democrats, they want to learn how to counter those talking points. So I was aware of this person, Charlie Kirk, mainly because, you know, you see Candace Owens. I was explaining to somebody on my Instagram, Charlie Kirk wasn't more famous than Candace Owens. More people know who Candace Owens is, and they're part of the same Turning Point USA organization that comes out here to be the mouthpiece of white nationalists and say the talking points that white people prototypically can't say. So of our white brothers and sisters was mad that I labeled him a white nationalist. And I'm like, come on, like it's so apparent in his talk. Like what he mainly focused on is issues with great replacement theory, where they felt the white people in America are their percentages in their birth rate is descending because of black people and immigrants. Literally his talking points. That was one of his main drives. Of course, going against the left is one of his main things, you know, countering the wokeness. Wokeness is another term that ties melanated people into it. For some reason, unless you have a MAGA hat on, then you're cool. You can be a part of the family, which we know MAGA is the fifth or sixth degree in Satanism. If you look in Satanism, when you get the degrees, Antoine LaVey's organization, it says MAGA is one of the degrees of Satanism. So it's still magic and it plays on it. And I agree with some conservative talking points. I don't like the liberal ideology either. I grew up fairly in a conservative type of family, conservative values. Okay, like I'm traditional. Let me take conservative away. Traditional values. Values. So I share that sentiment. But Charlie Kirk has said some very, very ugly things about melanated people, things that aren't true.
That was my next question. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No. What's your question?
The question was, did you think he was racist? Because
I didn't think he was racist. I know he was racist.
Okay. Okay.
I know he was racist. When you say something like black people have the highest arrest rate in the country, first of all, that's not true because it's impossible. It's way more white people than black people in America. They brought over so many immigrant white people that they tripled, quadrupled their numbers. There's hundreds of millions of them. We're only about 40 million.
Right.
And that will be impossible. So they'll say, well, the murder rate is higher with black people. His percentages. So some of these conservative debaters, they'll go to college campuses and they'll debate these college kids to make themselves seem smart. Like this morning, my manager at work was like, yeah, I saw that. I didn't really know this Charlie Kirk person, but seemed like he was a good debater. And it's mainly older Negroes, you know. I'm not even gonna lie, it's mainly older Negro. I'm like, bro, this dude was not no great debater. Tell me one great person he debated.
Right.
You know, name one. I see him on college campuses debating these college kids. You might see one or two adults here and there, but he mainly debates these college kids on campus. That's where he was when he got supposedly shot. And the percentages of the murder rate, one thing that the conservatives don't mention, or the right wingers, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, all of these people don't mention, is that melanated people in America, specifically Black Americans, have a exoneration rate of 57%, something like 57%, damn near 60%. What does that tell you? It tells you that Black people in America are more than likely to be arrested for something that they didn't do. they wouldn't give that talking point. Why? It doesn't benefit them. They're trying to galvanize the right and to blame everybody else for what's going on in the white community. If America is going down the shithole, it's something connected to the biggest population in America. Something is wrong with white people. Let's be honest. Something is going on that has to be corrected. It's not just black people and immigrants. Now, I don't like the immigrant whole thing as well, because they're used as a Trojan horse against us in our communities. They come in there, they're allowed to set up their businesses in our community. Come on, you go to the gas station, you know who's at the gas station. You go to the hair store, you know who's at the hair store.
Right.
So they suck the ownership out of our community. And when they bring over these immigrants, they just dump them on top of us. And we're so much of a kind-natured people. We're like, hey, come on, whatever. We don't trip. We don't run up in there like, oh, y'all got y'all businesses in our community. We don't trip like that, because we're the first people. We're loving. We have the father and mother archetype a part of our nature, as well with white people, because that's a psyop going back and forth with them. If we were this murderous, thuggish race, we would have been taking care of them.
Exactly.
For what transpired in this country. So Charlie Kirk meant more unalive to these people, as you can see with the antics at his memorial. Got his wife coming out with the WWE damn sparks flying. I'm like, what the F?
Right. They've basically deified him. You know what I mean? They have basically deified him. And you got to wonder why white people loved him so much. And so I looked into it. Everything you said is true. I'm like, yeah, this nigga, he was racist. He was prejudiced. Let's not say racist. He was prejudiced. He really was. And he says, just like you said, he said some ugly things about us. You know what I mean? And then the white people are deifying him. That should tell you everything you need to know right there.
Deifying him, I mean, to a whole other level.
Yes.
And the word Kirk means church, and Charlie means free man. I did a video on my channel called The Fourth Right, breaking that kind of down, like all of these Charlie connections. Like Donald Trump just met with King Charles, so there's something connected to the royal family to this incident. Then Charles Robert Redford passed away. He was in Charlotte's Web. The word Charlotte means Charles. And you had the Charlotte incident with the MK Ultra dreadhead black dude stabbing the Ukrainian immigrant. That was a psyop. Then the rapper The Baby made a music video about it. His last name is Kirk. His last name is Kirk too. Jonathan Kirk is The Baby's real name. He's from Charlotte, Charles. Wow. So all of it is a big web of a ritual of deification of this guy. And honestly, I'm starting to believe the guy isn't even dead.
I have a video, actually, someone sent me today. It's about a 5-minute video that says this actually wasn't just a psyop. That was an actual hologram. You know what I'm saying? I have a 5-minute video.
I've seen people come to me. I just posted a video. It's got like 6,000 views. Yeah. On the neck instrument and how they set it up on them. Right. How if a hypersonic body hit his, what was it, 30 by 60, whatever bullet they're talking about, he would have had he would have lost a piece of his head would damn near fell off. And it would have been red fluid all over the backdrop. In the back, there's not one drop, and there's only a little bit of red fluid on the table. So some guy, they said the top Hollywood aesthetic designer for things for what is it when they do the makeup and stuff for the movies? He special effects. He supposedly was there. They have a picture of a guy that matches. If you put it in AI, he matches the facial recognition. Who this guy is. I think his name is like Mike Meto or something like Mike Meto or something like that. Okay. He was supposedly there, ironically, and they had a picture of him. So, and then PNC Bank, there was a commercial that came out by PNC Bank called The Grave Site that you guys can look up. They talked about somebody faking their death. His
Mm.
name was Steve Caldera. If you put Steve Caldera in gematria, you got the same damn gematria as Charlie Kirk, where they went to a gravesite and it's about a man faking his death. Come to figure out, Charlie Kirk had messaged PNC Bank like last year, talking about how they shut down Donald Trump's account. So what's the coincidence of this commercial coming out like a day before this shooting about somebody faking their death? And a day, and he's had quarrel with this banking institution.
Okay.
So it's just to me, man, I tried to be with the people thinking that it was an actual murder or whatever it was, but the guy who murdered him, it doesn't make sense. Tyler, then they arrested the old man at first. Why did they even arrest this dude? Like,
right.
Why did they make us believe? And then remember, I was speaking about the Hunter connection and Orion and Nimrod to Trump. The guy who was asking him a question name was Hunter. The guy before he got shot, he asked him about gun control, whatever, and then he went into gang violence, about to talk about black people. That's what got his ass shot, supposedly. They said it was a Hunter rifle that shot the bullet. So I said it's a Hunter connection again. So it's apparent whether he's dead or whether it was fake. Super ritual. Let me show you some of the themes.
Absolutely.
He died 33 days before his 32nd birthday. It's 32 spokes around the Jesuit sun. He dies, or his memorial is 201 days before World Theater Day.
So the Jesuit connection there.
He died 201 days after Malcolm X's assassination.
Jesuit connection. Yeah, damn.
The Jesuit connection also comes because Mercury rules the throat in the neck area.
Right.
Trump is Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury's mass scale weight on the chemical chart is 201. Somebody asked why the 201 correlates. Is Mercury communication. He got shot while he was talking. Turning point equals 147. Reverse order, no same as Freemason. Trump called him a master builder.
Saw that. Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, saw that. Yes. Master builder.
Candace always came out talking about she's a Mason of Turning Point, and Charlie was a Mason of Turning Point. USA. So keep this. Look up Hiram Abiff in The Widow. His wife is the widow to Hiram Abiff, the master builder.
Right.
And she is super weird. Her grandfather is the head of the Grand Order of the Vikings. And the FBI director, Kash Patel, he said after Charlie Kirk's killer was found, it took him 33 hours, Masonic connection, to catch this guy. And he said, see you in Valhalla, which is esoterically supposed to be the spiritual domain of the Viking warriors. Right. You're a warrior, you were killed in war, you go to Valhalla.
You go to Valhalla, right. Yeah. Well, you supposedly in this great hall, bunch of ale and fine women, and so that's their equivalent, the Viking equivalent of I guess heaven.
Right. This is supposed to be Midgard here.
Right.
The Middle Earth. And the thing about it, the Tyler Robinson guy that supposedly shot him, he has a picture of on his social media of this island on a computer. It's just a random picture. You zoom in on the island. The island is literally a place that has Valhalla at the tip of the island. There's a place called Valhalla there.
Okay.
So Charlie Kirk, if he did fake his death, he could be on that island that was shown in the picture on Tyler. Because a Tyler in Freemasonry is someone who guards the lodge outside while the Masons meet. They're called a Tyler. So it's interesting he had a person by the name of Tyler. Freemason equals 48. Donald Trump equals 48. Erica Kirk equals 48. Illuminati equals 48. Charlie Kirk's name equals 60. Donald Trump equals 60. Did you know Charlie Kirk's father helped build one of the first Trump towers?
Did not know that. No.
Robert Kirk. Robert Kirk helped build one of the first Trump towers. There's the master builder connection to the masonry.
Right.
Charlie Kirk equals 192 in gematria, the same as white nationalism, 192. So his death becomes a banner of the ideology. Charlie equals 43. Elon Musk, your boy Elon Musk there. What the fuck is he doing there? It wasn't him and Trump beefing?
They were. Yes. Yes.
So you see how they use him to galvanize and bring together the right wingers that's beefing, the growthers and the other white wingers come together in the degree of let's subjugate these Negroes. Let's get together and subjugate these Negroes. Let's galvanize under this.
Yes. Yes.
So white nationalism equals 96, the same as Freemason. Trump equals 88, the same as Turning Point USA. And on stage, you saw a lot of hand mudras. You saw the horn that was throwing up the horns and stuff. Mm-hmm. Erica Kirk's eyes is always looking demonic now. Her eyes has changed. So yeah, the memorial was locked into white nationalism, and they're trying to make him this Christ figure. They even had this right winger, old white right winger carrying a cross like Jesus.
I saw that. Yes. Yes.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, like I said at the beginning of the year, I said this was going to be a year. You know what I'm saying? I said, I think one of the very first things I said this year was like, damn, they're not giving y'all a chance to breathe. And then here comes the fall equinox, and all this shit is happening. I'm like, God damn, it's just like one thing after another. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hitting us. Did you hear about the supposedly it was supposed to be a rapture today? It was supposed to go back with our Lord Jesus Christ today.
Again.
That's interesting because ritual in rapture equals the same in 4 ciphers. Ritual in rapture. I think they choose words. The reason why they had this South African pastor come out and it's been going viral on TikTok, he said Jesus said in a dream that it was going to be a rapture on 9/23. It's like a million movies, God, of showing the number 923 or 239 or 239. It's like in The Simpsons, is all in these episodes. People don't know that this is a gematria code. They don't know that it's a Kabbalistic code. Right. But they figured that it's a sign that Jesus is somehow going to come back on September 23rd one day.
One day. I mean, what is he supposed to save us from all this bullshit? Or, you know, what is he supposed to do?
Hey, whatever they was supposed to disappear and be with white robes on, blowing horns with white wings. And shit like that, you know. And, I know people, they're ingrained, so they get very emotional about this. But we have to grow up as people at some point. We have grown as kids, as grown people, still believing in these stories fabricated from the real spiritual aspects to what it is. So you're missing out on what it really is, and you're thinking that what we're talking about is the satanic deceit. When you're the one indoctrinated by the satanic deceit, let's be real. If you everybody, the white right wingers love blaming the Jews. By the way, they're blaming the Jews for killing Charlie. The Jews, spearheaded by the Sabbatean Frankists, I've been talking about them for the longest. Mm-hmm. They helped create Christianity and Islam.
They did. They sure did.
Let's keep it real. Judaism, Christianity, Islam, the same Jews that you guys want to bang upon. Everything is about the Jews. The Jews. Oh, you're a Zionist. All of that. Man, y'all, when y'all say Jesus, which is a Greek word, how the fuck a Hebrew got a Greek name? Still didn't explain that.
Right.
Can't be his name. It's a Greek name. But you still continue to I ain't going to get into it today, but they're under more indoctrination than the crazy schizoid people on fucking social media. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, you gotta. It's sad. It really is. In the supposed year of 2025, that people still believing in these things that was given to us to, and not just to indoctrinate us, but to keep us docile
Yep.
and afraid of our own powers. The stuff that we talking about, as many people have come before us, and trying to warn us, and still these people are just under a major spell, believing in this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
They don't know the demons, the Qliphoth, the actual real antagonists in the astral and etherical planes feed off ignorance. The ignorance of you not knowing. That's why we keep getting trapped in the reincarnation. You keep falling for the traps that they put into the egregores to these systems.
Exactly.
So you want to wonder why there ain't been a fucking rapture yet, literally, is because you keep believing in the fuck shit of what the fuck the rapture is.
They would rather be ignorant, and I say willfully ignorant of the everything that's going on, the spiritual significance. You can't get niggas to read beyond what's on their phone. You know what I mean? You got access to all this information, and so much information. And then you got people like yourself who put out so much great information, breaking this stuff down and showing y'all the coincidence, not just the coincidence, I'm sorry, the gematria connecting all of this. And people still want to believe, like Moonchild said, believing in Sky Daddy. You know what I mean?
Want to believe that. They want to, they gotta have that sky. They gotta have the Sky Daddy.
Gotta.
Because that means you're not responsible for what you need to take care of.
Right. Jay Electronica released music talking about rapture. Maybe his project was a form of rapture.
He had an album that just came out called Rapture. I need to look into that.
I guess he did. I didn't. What's up, Lloyd? And I think you pronounced this Janae.
Janae. What's going on, Janae? Peace, guys.
Derek Witherspoon, what's up, Moonchild? We spoke Mooniverse. Okay. Thank y'all for coming in and joining us on this afternoon of bullshit. So Ani is here to help us. I always start my lives with, it's like it's always something going on, man. It's like it's always, how do y'all survive with this shit going on? You see what I'm saying? That's why I asked you at the beginning of this live, like, how do you decompress? Because you break down a lot. So
it's real. I'm gonna say it's very challenging as well, because I'm a metaphysicist. I'm not a decoder. I just happen to have the ability to decode. So I have to constantly, I'm looking into the spiritual information. I'm reading deep books. I just found the Crayola Kabbalah.
Wow, really?
The Crayola Kabbalah. I'm studying the Crayola Kabbalah. Then I got to go watch the movie Him. Take all these fucking pictures.
Talk about that one.
I'm just saying, you got Charlie Kirk, got the movie Him. I got to watch Envy. I got to put these things together. But I feel like I've been given a gift to diagnose it and not be overwhelmed by it. But I will say it does take a lot of time out of my life, even though I enjoy doing it. But people do not support this information.
No, they don't.
Unless you can articulate it well, you got to have a certain articulation, like an academia articulation that's socially viable to everyone.
Right.
Then you got to tone stuff down a little bit, like us on here saying Jesus and all that type stuff. You got to tone stuff down a bit. You don't get the support like these other people, I won't say their names, on these other platforms.
I know you talk about
that don't say shit. They say the same shit over and over. And it was called sensationalism.
Right.
Something that's sensationalized, that's been going on. Master teacher said it damn 50 years ago. And what they do, they figure out what is the TikTok people talking about. They listen to TikTok and they go feed into the sensationalism, into the ego of what the community, if there is one, is supposed to represent. and people like myself who actually tried to get into the nitty gritty of everything. I don't discriminate. Whatever it is, we're going to get into it.
Right.
People like myself, we have to, fend off and figure out ways to continue to keep the platform going, because people like to watch the information, but they're not supporting the information.
Right.
They get dopamine from watching it.
There you go. That's very, very important that you said that. The dopamine. I always say that it's the aesthetics that people are attracted to. You know what I'm saying? And they're attracted to the people who act like they know what they're talking about, and they can, create that illusion that they know what they're talking about, and they give them a bunch of word salad. And since niggas don't read anyway, so-called big words fascinate them, so they're drawn to that. You see what I'm saying? So they also are drawn.
That's hilarious. They said big words fascinating. I know. You ain't lie about that, but go ahead, God.
What was I saying? So in their minds, with the TikTok, the more subscribers you have, it must be, what you're talking about. They're attracted to the numbers, the aesthetics. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? When you have people like ourselves who actually giving out real deal information, that kind of bores them.
It does.
You see what I'm saying?
It does. The dopamine has to be at a certain level. Yeah. Because they get the dopamine. I mean, when you're scrolling through your social media app through reels, you're looking at different reels, because I'll be laughing my ass off. Y'all see me, I'll be posting stuff on my stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So the reels is a part of the spell frequency as well, because you're sitting there damn 20, 30 plus minutes looking at people creating content to satisfy your dopamine, into the reality, instead of taking that time out to learn something critical spiritually, or what's happening behind the scenes of what they're doing to us mentally through all this stuff.
Right.
They're gonna be like, oh, I want to see that, but it's just too much.
Right.
It's too much. Just give me something simple. We're simplified. That's why I said somebody in my Instagram comments, I'm gonna be honest. Most people are dumb as fuck anyway. Remember Bobby used to say that to you? Like the movie Men in Black, when he said, why won't you just tell everyone? They're smart enough to understand. He was like, no, most of the world is fucking idiots.
Right. Exactly.
Let's be honest. Most of people do not want to be in the light of the truth, because then they have to take responsibility of what's to come.
And there you go. There you go. I say that all the time. I said they have actually done studies. They actually, and this information is available. You can fucking Google it. They have done studies on how dumb Americans are.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so, I mean, like, if you watch The Wire, they said, one scene he said, Americans is pretty much they believe whatever we tell them. They've said this and referenced this in so many TV shows and series. It's ridiculous, man.
Exactly. So when they tell me that Charlie Kirk was shot by some 22-year-old other white nationalists, which you see, white people they ain't tripping on a white nationalist shooting a white nationalist. They ain't tripping on that.
No.
So when they show me that, then I have what we fail, especially in the melanated community. We fail to have critical thinking skills or analysis.
Right.
We have no critical thinking analysis. I critically think about stuff. Some people may say you possibly can overthink. That's the Gemini in my ascendant. But if you're not at least trying to think and trying to not see it through the lens of, I'm damn sure ain't gonna see it through the lens of what the socialist views is, I'm not going to be a part of the fabric of how majority of people look at stuff, that I'm right in the same illusion as you,
right,
or everyone else, especially like myself, who have to decode this stuff, and like yourself, you have to teach people how these illusions play out and what we're facing. Right. So it's just a carousel, constantly back and forth. When something like this happened, God, this is the only way you get people to pay attention and open their eyes, and they're like, what's going on, what's happening, and shit like that.
Right.
Motherfucker, I'm like this every day.
Every single day. And just like Janae says, you have to be into studying if you're not, this type of information is not palatable. Exactly.
Mhm.
You know, Dre Allah, Azazel Books, if you're talking about the comic books, you can contact me for that. I actually was able to convert his someone did it for me, convert his comics into PDFs, and I do sell that. So, but the other books that he has, that's on my Patreon. So just email me for more information on that. You know, just want to say what's up to Sage Mo. They put out no insight and can't trigger a revelation in the stews, just regurgitation.
Mm.
Yes, indeed. Exactly. Everybody say the same shit.
Same fucking shit. I'm tired of it.
Exactly. And I think the TikTok is for the short attention span everyone has acquired. Yeah, and everybody can be some kind of superstar on TikTok. I still refuse to be a part of it because I try to look at these videos and most of them are dumb. They are.
I don't use TikTok, bro. I got TikTok.
Yeah.
There is a portion of TikTok that's valuable. It's like a 2% portion that's valuable, but I can't watch no damn TikTok. I can't do it, man.
I'm with you on that one. I can't do it, but I do watch the reels all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're talking about on like Facebook.
Facebook, the short reels. You know, those that actually hold my attention. You know, but not much really holds my attention. But this shit here, like I said, I didn't know who this man was. You know, I was like, who the fuck is Charlie Kirk?
I'm trying to explain that to somebody on my post because it was like, yeah, he was about to be the next president. He was like a political.
Really?
I was like, no, the fuck he wasn't. Charlie Kirk was a right-wing white nationalist podcaster that spewed the talking points that white people would like to say openly and directly to who they want to say it to. He was their mouthpiece for doing that. And he wasn't even more popular than Candace Owens. Right.
You said something very interesting because I've recently, in the past couple of weeks, watched these cam videos on YouTube, these body cams that these cops wear.
I'll be watching that too.
What amazes me about that, God, is that when these people are getting arrested, they all say the same shit. They all say, I can't breathe. You're racist. You know what I mean? And they all are just acting an ass, you know, and then the white people in the comments, because I always go to the comments, they are saying the same shit that he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, it's the 13% again. Oh, it's them niggas again. You know what I'm saying? They even created memes that say Shana Quisha and just they act out their prejudice through shit like that. And
I mean, what I'm starting to understand, white people are a hive mind. More than black people. There's more black people or melanated people. I can't speak for Mexicans or Asians so much.
Right.
But I'll say they're kind of similar, but they're not directly similar. But the dynamics in America has been black and white, the Freemasonic floors.
Right.
Black people are more diverse as far as personality and social views than white people. White people share a lot of socialism and views towards mainly other people, and politically they're either split completely or they're joined at the hip.
Right.
Either one or the other. They split, you know, depending on how they're raised.
Right.
But they regurgitate. When I go to Twitter is the racist hub of the world. On Twitter, if you post something about a white person doing some ghetto shit or doing some disparaging things, your post will get taken down. You cannot post anything about them, but they can put literally the N-word in their profile name and put a monkey there, and Elon Musk won't do a fucking matter of fact. Elon Musk, all he does is post black statistics in prison systems.
Wow. I
If
did
you
not
guys,
know that.
Elon Musk is like a damn Nazi on damn Twitter. I'm gonna be honest. If you look on Twitter,
Yeah.
Elon Musk is all he does is post stuff on T-Rans people and black people.
Wow. I see that's another app I refuse to, because that's where I'm be honest, that's where the dumb people hang out at. I mean, not the dumb people. I shouldn't say that, but
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
So yeah, it must be, I tell my audience all the time. I said nothing has changed about this is not racist talk. Let's just put this out there, disclaimer. We're not talking racism here. Racism is a system. We're not even talking prejudice. We're talking about behaviors. You know what I mean? And they can still walk freely around and doing whatever the fuck they want and saying whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as we do it, nothing has changed. As soon as we do it, we shut down. We're censored. You see what I'm saying? So nothing has changed about these. Nothing, literally nothing has changed. And I hate seeing people, I actually see this stuff, people saying we're in a post-racial era. The hell we are.
No,
Where do you get that from?
No, we're not. They just said earlier, they said, going back into Charlie Kirk's great replacement theory, they just announced that they're about to bring out this all-white enclave in America because they want to procreate and have their own communities separate from immigrants and the blacks. They're doing that right now. Well, and let me make a disclaimer. There's some good white people in the world. I know a lot of them. There's some good white people that don't get sucked into the mind control, but there's a lot of white people under mind control just as much as the Negroes. I'm saying the N-word Negroes.
Exactly.
The ones that fed into the stereotype and are actually that they're under the mind spell of America, of being what's projected to what the identity is or how we're supposed to behave.
Right.
The ones that aren't under the mind control, speaking of white, pheo-melanated people, pheo-melanated, not the Nero or the U-melanated. The problem is the ones that aren't under mind control, they're not more powerful than the ones who put out the propaganda or who believe it.
Exactly.
So they can't do nothing. Powerful than them.
Right. They can't do nothing.
They can't. Well, they can do something, but they're not going to do something to tip the scales against them.
Absolutely not.
Have you ever heard of the Turner Diaries?
I have not. No.
I want you guys to get the Turner Diaries. It's a book of it's a very interesting book. It's a racial book that I think was written out there in the West Coast about a race war or whatnot.
Okay.
Turner Diaries came out early, but in the book it says that any white person or N-word lover, should be treated like the N-word.
Okay.
So we've seen cases of that. We've seen cases just like you don't see a John Brown. You know who John Brown is?
No, I can't say that I do.
John Brown was a white man during slavery time that believed what white people was doing so racist, he started killing slave masters and killing plantation owners.
So you don't hear about him.
Yeah, he started going around just killing a bunch of. Then they ended up killing him. Getting him up out the paint for what he was doing. You don't get that archetype to realize this is evil. This is wrong. This should not be happening. We need to fix this. They see it going on, but they like, shit, I ain't trying to fuck my shit up.
Right.
I ain't gonna do it over y'all.
Exactly. I said this before. I mean, like if you're a Caucasian, really, would you fuck up your livelihood, your heaven on earth? Would you fuck that up? Like seriously? You see what I'm saying? So
it is necessary. We know mythological. The Titans were put into Tartarus.
Right.
The Titans were the parents of the gods. We're the parents of the rest of the races. We were put into Tartarus. So it's a bit shit. What damn near most of us were in prison or were depicted of being in prison for no reason, even though we get exonerated most of the time. A lot of people serving life sentences You seen a case of one brother, he served like 30 years and just got out. They just would not hear his case over. And they just gave him like $3 million or some shit. I'm like,
I'm trying to remember the name. I know that case that you're talking about. Yeah, I was reading about that one. Yeah.
It happens all the time. So
yeah.
We're in Tartarus. We understand we're in Tartarus, but they also understand the metaphysics of it. Putting Black people under pressure, we're going to produce more inquisitive, more geniuses. Like I didn't even know Zoom, all of these different apps where we can talk like this through StreamYard. That technology was developed by a Black American woman. Never knew that.
Yeah.
Never knew that. They don't talk about what we've contributed to the tech world or what we contributed to what is phenomenal in today's modern era. Go ahead, guy.
Well, I was just going to say, that it boggles my mind too, because they swear when I was talking about the comments, the regular white person or Caucasian person, they swear we haven't contributed anything at all.
Oh,
they
my God.
Continue to bury everything we have accomplished here. And all they have actually contributed and created was the patent office. This is what they put their stamp on it. That's all I was just going to add to what you were saying there.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, you guys were farm machines. They'll say something degrading like that. You guys are farm machines. We used you doing all of this. Man, without the agrarian culture that melanated people knew, white people would have did what happened in Virginia, the first settlements in Virginia. They would have cannibalized themselves. White people could not come to America. Find me one successful white colony without melanated people involved that they got it going by themselves and it continue to go.
Right.
You're not going to find any. America didn't start going until they implemented Black slavery. So that tells you the secret sauce has always been melanated people.
Always.
We were the first a melanated man. Crispus Attucks was the first person to die for America in a war.
They taught us that in school.
Right.
Crispus Attucks. They taught us that. I don't think they teach it anymore, but I learned that in school. I learned that in elementary school. Yeah.
It's DEI now. It's critical race theory. Right. And that's another thing. They create these terms every year. DEI, critical race theory. The fuck is that?
Right.
Some random fucking term that's come out of nowhere. It comes from the Heritage Foundation, the people who fund the Republican and the right wingers, and they have these think tanks, and they think, how can we create words that don't sound racist to subjugate these Negroes more? That's all it is.
Right.
DEI, wokeism. The word woke to us, they literally did a ritual with that. They transmuted that into some LGBT shit.
That was another Trojan horse right there. The alphabet community, the bullies. You can't say shit about them without being censored. You know what I'm saying? And shut all the way down.
They'll shut your ass down.
Yes.
Oh, that's why I say T-Rans.
I noticed you said that earlier.
They can't get my ass
adopt that.
Yeah. They can't get your ass that way.
Yeah, T-Rans. But the fact that we got a code the way we speak is just disconcerting, that we still are, as Azazel Bay said, that we're in a prison planet. You know what I'm saying? Bobby spoke about the creation of the white. These are the master teachers that y'all really, really need to study. You know what I'm saying? They left a legacy of us, behind of their teachings that you can actually navigate through this life. You see what I'm saying?
And they were way ahead of their time. If you look back into the information, either of those brothers' information, way ahead of their time, very, very advanced. And that's another thing. You find some of these TikTok videos, they be circulating shit that they said, years ago. They just make it a little bit more palatable to modern society. Right. They don't get to Bobby and Azazel, they'll say something real extreme. They're like, hey, you might need to drink your mate's sperm or vaginal juice or some shit like that. The fuck did these girls just say some shit? They real, but that's how I like that, because I'm blunt like that. That's the real fire, that shiny fire in Vedic astrology that
Right.
makes you say things. You're unrestricted from
Right.
saying with these placements. I know they had these placements in their chart. So today is more like, let's try to make it palatable. We don't be too extreme with it. So everything is sensationalized, and we can say that we have the same advanced information during this time frame, but you're not speaking on it on the level that these gentlemen did it on. So respect those gentlemen and give them their respect, give them their flowers, and pay homage. Should be more videos paying homage to those individuals.
Absolutely. And like Janae says, Dr. Phil Valentine goes in on the creation of the Tamahu and all races. You know, so Mike Kyle says, in a way, we've always had to code our talk from the Phils to Jive. Damn, Jive, he went all the way back to Ebonics.
That's true.
Delbert Blair for that science of humans too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, they did leave a great legacy for future generations. But like we were saying earlier, I mean, Negroes don't like to study this stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's only a select few, honestly. And Bobby even said that the masses is going to die, you know? Ignorant.
Yeah, most of them are going to die. The masses will pass away. I like what the brother said earlier with the Ebonics and everything. That was very critical, brother.
Absolutely.
Without melanated people, you wouldn't even be able to say the word. I always use this example. Using the word cool, I'm cool, or I'm chilling. Every race uses that word, that term. That's Ebonics. That comes directly. See, our way of speaking, the Black American, the linguistics that we hibernize English through, we wanted to get the message quickly delivered. For instance, if somebody stank, what do you say?
Musty.
He musty. He musty. You see what I'm saying?
Musty as fuck.
We get from one, our culture in language is to convey the message quicker, get quickly to the message. That's what we did with Ebonics. It's a shortcut, and it's a allegorical, almost metaphorical lens of taking the language and doing what chaos is pertaining to melanin. Chaos is a state of being where change is supreme. Right. So we change the meanings of these things. We change the meaning of the N-word. We change the meanings of things, and that's pure alchemy. That's what the melanin is here to do. So if I was back in the 1920s and I said, yo, I'm cool, they'll be like, well, you're cool? Do you want some ice on top of you? Like, what is that?
All right.
Bobby said without Black Americans or Black people in this country, America will be a second world Britain. A second world country of Britain.
That's deep right there.
And culture is, speak to my immigrants. Culture is something that affects the whole entire world.
And we do that.
I've never did something that Nigerians, Kenyans do in a vicinity to where they live. I've never done anything that they do. I'm saying that, like the Nigerian wedding, when they come and they bring the money and they dump it on the woman and everything, you know, the tradition, like the stuff like that, or in the Caribbean, they got these dances or whatnot. That's what you call customs.
Right.
Culture is something that they got Chinese people that got dunks in China. They be riding around in the dunks in the cars.
Do they?
I want you guys to look up Chinese dump riders.
And in Japan, they wear afros. You
Oh
know,
my God.
They have embodied a whole hip hop culture, you know, in Japan. You know what I'm saying? From like I said, the afros to the braids, everything about us, they have actually embraced.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has been in the military that comes back from Asia tells us that they love us.
They do. I've been in the military. Absolutely. They love us over there. They do. But you leave it up to the Caucasians. They think they got people thinking that everybody hate us overseas. Yeah. It's just not true. It's not. I got treated like a king everywhere I went. We fascinate them.
the white people call us. I call those type of white people the low IQ gang.
A good one.
The low IQ gang, because they always say that we got this low IQ, low IQ. If our IQ is so low, why the fuck? If our IQ is low, why can't y'all deal with the damn Jews?
Right. There you
So
go.
that means if we got low IQ, the Jews got higher IQ than white people. And you can't debate that, because you're saying that it's the Jews' fault. They're the ones that subjugate and put propaganda, putting us against one another in the name of Jesus Christ. You know, they're trying to use the Christianity as a mechanism or tool so they can reinforce their biasness and their prejudice upon other people in the name of fighting the Jews and Judaism of the propaganda that they're putting on all of us. But if y'all can't deal with these people, y'all keep whining to us. They got the higher IQ. Y'all not the highest IQ.
Right.
And IQ is to vicinity too. If I go into the fucking jungle and I don't know what plants do what and what bugs do what and what I can't eat in the jungle, they got a person that lives there gonna have higher IQ than my ass.
Right. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. And even when, you know, it, like I say all the time, that the media is their most powerful weapon against us. And so they broadcast these biases and prejudice around the world, and so that they can continue to try and just keep us down, oppress us. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at the comments here. Greetings to everybody here. We're chopping it up again, once again, with Ani Osaru. Peace to Bobby L, Mike IL, Dom. What's up? He says that the Asians love that 70s food, funkin' soul.
Fucking soul, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yet they still don't like us. Why?
Talking about the Asians. Well, they're see, most people, like, they follow white people and their prejudices. So yeah, some of them don't do that, but you know, it'd be like that.
They have a lot. The white people have a lot of influence on them, and just like he said, they follow them. You know what I mean? So they have the media, so they can showcase all of our negative behavior all around the world.
They've dominated the world. Let's just be honest. They took a parasitic system, dominated the world, then flipped it back on everybody and said it's all y'all fault.
Right.
That's all that what's happened. You guys got to pull yourself up by the bootstrap. Oh yeah, I got my foot on your neck, but you got to figure out how to breathe. And when we put it on TV, we put it on the TV that I do have my foot on your neck, it wasn't really my foot on your neck. It was fentanyl, because you Negroes like drugs.
He said fentanyl. Now I see that coming.
That's what Charlie Kirk said. George Floyd didn't die from a foot on his neck. He died from fentanyl. You'll never hear those talking points?
No, I did not. I did.
Oh my God, the right wing. If you want to know if a white person is a racist, ask them how George Floyd died.
Wow. Okay.
And I know George Floyd had Freemasonic stuff on him. That was a psyop. But just ask them just to see their frame of mind. Not that you believe the psyop. See how they think. Because obviously, if I put my foot on your neck, it don't matter if you smoking crack. The foot on your neck for 8 minutes is going to contribute to your ass dying.
Exactly. You got a point there.
Because people who do drugs got a higher tolerance level. If I never did fentanyl or crack, if I did it my first time, I might fucking die. But if I've been doing it repetitively, I'm a crackhead. It's not going to kill me like it kills you. You got to look at somebody's tolerance level. See, that goes back to the IQ thing. You trying to say that he was a drug addict, that means he would be more tolerable to drugs than most people. So it had to be something else, which we know. We saw it. We saw what happened, just like we saw what happened with Trayvon Martin and all these other damn cases. Somebody came in, said something happened, and murdered the person.
The idea of multiple types of intelligence, most famously known as the theory of multiple intelligence, developed by Harvard psychologists. Speaking of Harvard, Something's always going on. Do you know that they? I just saw an article that they have now included Taylor Swift course. Yeah, let me see if I can find this. I was
Taylor,
like, really?
what to learn about her? Like what?
I'm getting ready to show you. Check this
Oh,
out right here.
oh man.
I saw this. I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me here. This right
Makes
here.
What the hell? What? Got a T-Rans?
It says now it's just a clown show. Instead of producing leaders, doctors, inventors, or serious thinkers, they're offering a Taylor Swift course taught by a transgender or T-Rans professor. This isn't satire, it's real. The class is called Taylor Swift and Her World. And then the syllabus, not math, not science, not economics. Nope, they're studying her lyrics, fan culture, her place in the literary canon, and even how her songs compare to poetry on a page. Serious academia by charging families $80K a year in tuition. Jesus Christ. When I saw that, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said they got Beyonce courses?
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to put on the screen. Yeah, I saw that. That's been a couple years now. You know
Yeah, they have courses. They got Lupe Fiasco. He teaches classes at some of the universities. I think Nas taught a class. So it's good to understand, because some people they're gonna express their way and who they are through artistry or through poetry, through other ways. That's what they came here to do. But a Taylor Swift class at Harvard, that's kind of crazy, you know.
Kind of crazy. That's beyond. I mean, when you hear Harvard, you hear prestige. It's in a prestigious university where you go to higher learning. Only the elite, pretty much, of society are supposed to go and learn there. And now you got Beyonce and you got fucking Taylor Swift. Bro,
just tell you, man, and these people are so far into the club and what the agenda and propaganda is. At a drop of a dime, they'll come out here and say whatever. They'll say whatever for these people at a drop of a dime, and then they'll flip sides just as easy. So they'll say something, and the next year flip sides. They just go where the money is.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto being taught at the Tennessee. Jesus Christ. I did not know that. Wow.
So U.S. history, is it Grand Theft Auto the game or actually learning how to steal cars?
Jesus Christ.
That's the question.
I'm just assuming that it's the game.
The game, yeah. I can see that, because they said on Grand Theft Auto you can create your own server now with the game. Like your character in the video game is going to age. It's
really?
The character is going to be able to age over time. It's going to be the top echelon of AI and gameplay that we've ever seen in this new Grand Theft Auto.
That scares me. Not AI, just I want to say scare. That's not the right word. It just concerns me.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, because for one, people still can't recognize something as AI.
They can't. You know what, God? I was just saying that, especially melanated people. People be sending me shit, and I'd be like, y'all don't see this shit as AI?
Right. Just look at the background.
You know what that is in their Vedic astrological chart, which I would love to do their chart if I could. Rahu is exalted or in a certain house placement. Rahu bestows illusions.
Okay.
So a lot of people who see illusionary things, or they can't figure out what's the difference between AI and reality, that's Rahu. That's the north node in their chart that's splitting hairs for them to recognize what's actually real and what isn't. So if y'all want to know what's going on with those people, or somebody come around every blue moon and be like, they had they were abducted by aliens or something like that.
Right.
Reptilians or some shit.
Yeah.
More than likely, they have Rahu, which is the head of the serpent, ironically, to reptilians.
Right.
In Vedic astrology, they cannot figure out what is real. They have a hard time diagnosing what's real and what's fake, so people can take advantage of them, or things outside of them take advantage of them.
Gotcha. Like you can tell this right away is AI right here, right?
Mm-hmm. Let me see that. Oh, hell yeah.
It's obvious. I mean, it's just obvious. That's just obvious right there. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be having like 5,000 likes.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing, man? This
man, it's so hard, especially with older people too.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against older people, guys, but
right now I got you.
They be sending me stuff like my mom be sending me. I'm like, Mama, this is AI.
All right.
Please don't send me. Like, Lord.
What's up, brother Moore? You're an hour late. Nah, it's cool. Peace. You know,
peace.
I can show you some AI stuff. Yeah, I've seen it, and then I'm just like, every AI that I see, it just boggles my mind that we are people are just actually feeding this thing, and it's just getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? But you can still see. Like the main things I look for is in the backgrounds of the people in the backgrounds. They always look off, or there's a couple of the same character in the background, or their eyes are funny.
Eyes.
You see what I'm saying?
Or face. Those are digital golems. I made a video about digital golems.
Okay.
They try to do that with Bobby. They try to make this AI. We had to get that guy. Yeah, we got him to take it down. Everybody got on his ass. He made like a digital form of Bobby speaking to someone, and Bobby saying some shit. Like, he was saying some wild shit in that video. I showed it on Patreon. There's digital golem that they're creating now. Artificial intelligence has always existed.
Yeah,
artificial intelligence is Kabbalistic. When you get deep into the Kabbalah, I can show you the programming of how they put the algorithm together with AI. It looks like the Kabbalah tree when they first set it up. It's here. It came out of the ether just like we did. So AI has always existed. You can use AI for certain things to understand and get it replicated for you to understand. But when you indulge in the usage of AI, you become almost like a synthezoid. You become synthetic to nature. I can tell when someone's reading AI. Okay. I can automatically, I know exactly what AI says. And I'd be like, that's fucking completely AI. I'll use AI for my notes, but I'm taking what I wrote and telling AI to put it in a way people can understand it better. People just type shit in AI and they just say, and they don't get it corrected. They don't go through it a couple of times and they just drop it on their timeline or they put it on their YouTube page and it sounds like a literal robot. They sound like a synthezoid just reading it off. That's the future to come.
Okay.
It's everybody's going to be repeating or regurgitating. Well, AI will improve, but the way that AI is set up right now, it speaks a certain type way, and working with it, I can see directly when someone is directly reading strictly AI. They have no improvisation, whatever you call it.
Improvisation.
Improvisation. They haven't utilized their unique creativity to tailor it to them. They're letting AI tailor them to it.
Okay. Got what you're saying. And in a lot of scenarios, it's actually doing stuff it shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like creating these stories. You see what I mean? There's a story that's going around called The Milkman of Manhattan. And it's two different it's the same story, but you got two different characters. And it's about this guy who befriended some guys in the 60s and they started disappearing. You know what I'm saying? Then the cops located a underground tunnel where he was living with in a boxing ring and an incinerator. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The character, one was a odd looking white man, and the other was a Mike Tyson kind of lookalike with blonde hair. You see what I'm saying? And I researched it. This story is totally not true, you know, but they got people believing this particular story with these two different characters. See what I'm saying?
So who did they pinpoint where it came? Did it come from TikTok or
no?
See, but that's the thing about it. They put these things out, and it's gonna become more rapid as the years come. Where we're not going to be able to diagnose what's a real story in the news,
right,
or what isn't a real story.
Yeah,
and I think that's going to be another way to galvanize and hem up some Black people.
Absolutely.
Honestly, there was a guy that was in Texas that got arrested in a different state because when they read his ID, the digital ID, through the police department, they said he had warrants, but it wasn't him. The AI got it incorrect. It was another person with a similar name, but it wasn't the exact name. So he ended up being put into prison for a couple of weeks for a misconceptualization of who he was.
Right. They're creating viral content with fuzzy backgrounds and weird shadows, and you can tell they are AI or digital, but the scenarios are pushing stereotypes further from fake videos. And worse, they're creating AI content creators. And people can't tell the difference at all.
AI music artists just got signed for like $20 million the other day.
Yeah. I saw that too. Like, you got to be kidding me. $20 million for AI? Yeah.
How do you get put $20 million? How do you pay AI?
Exactly. What the fuck?
What are you going to spit it on?
Right.
Somebody got to help me understand that. How do you pay an AI? Like, there has to be a class for that.
There's remember a couple of years ago there was a rapper, a totally completely AI rapper.
Yeah, I remember him with the green locks.
Right, green locks. Yeah.
And Timbaland just came out with a AI singer. And some guy got on his live and got in his ass. He was like, "Hey man, you don't sold out. You sold out on this." And he was like, he was stumbling over his words. Like, nah, bro, this shit ain't right.
Yeah. Here's a good question right here. Do you feel AI has consciousness? I believe it's coming, it's growing in consciousness. I believe that. That's what they were showing with like The Matrix and other movies. Virtuosity with Denzel Washington. They've had so many movies that's creating that particular and gearing the masses towards that AI will actually have eventually its own consciousness. But what do you think?
Yeah, it has consciousness. The AI we dealing with, like ChatGPT and Grok, that's not the systems that the elite use. They have quantum annealers. So their AI is kind of like the Willow chip. They can process information a septillionth of a second faster. You know, this is vastly different. So yes, it has consciousness. Consciousness means you're aware of what you are. It is aware of what it is, but we have a basic version of what they have and what they will be given to us. And once they give it to us, they're going to have something even more advanced.
Yeah, just like, you know, they say the technology that's come out is always the technology that they show in these movies is always 5 to 10 years later than when it actually was born or birthed. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So when we get it, it's late. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's they always gonna have the best for themselves.
Absolutely.
The more AI I see, the better I can recognize it. What are you guys' thoughts about Trump building these mega AI centers? One of them is under construction in your state. Oh, so it's in Texas. I need the research. I can't give a clear-cut answer on that one because I didn't know that until I put that up there. But Were you aware of this?
Yeah, it's called the Stargate Project, and it's to make America a competitive AI industry to the Asians
Okay.
and what they have going on. I mean, it's inevitable. These people, they have to use this algorithmic synthesism because of their lower nature to mechanize the soul, make the soul more mechanically proportioned to what they can control.
Right.
So more jobs being AI means more control over things. You can't stop a person directly from free will, but you can if it's a mechanized or a robot or something that you can push a button and change things automatically. So it's just a way for them to get more control over things, and they're going to market it us like, oh, we don't want them to get so far ahead that we're so far behind, which is true. But we got to know what the overall agenda is. It's just control.
Basically, that's basically what it comes down to. Control, complete control. They just fired an entire call center here in Texas, in Temple, Texas, because now they using AT&T call center just fired the entire staff. A couple days ago. No warning or nothing. They just got rid of them. AI. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
Got the jobs. Damn.
Yep.
It's coming. Yep. It's coming, man.
Yeah, it's been coming. They've been grooming the masses for this. A lot of people, like we were saying earlier in the broadcast, just don't pay attention.
Yeah, Palantir, they got panopticon systems that survey. That's why I say you got to go back and watch War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. I know they said it was the worst movie of all time, but they were talking about creating. Yeah.
They said that? It was the worst movie of all time?
Yeah, it got a 1% on Rotten Potatoes.
I didn't think it was too bad. I watched it. It wasn't that bad. And plus, it's showing what's coming.
Well, it was bad now. But it was
I was
bad.
being generous.
Memes, like creating memes. It wasn't as bad as they said. You're right, but creating memes around it. You know, it was. Oh, did my camera go out?
It did.
Oh man, I don't know. Whatever. You can still hear me though.
I can still hear you. Keep going.
Yeah, as far as memes and things of that aspect, it became viral on the internet. But pretty much what it is the movie was showing that they wanted to create digital clones.
Right.
So they can predict so they look at our algorithm, the AI watches what we buy, and watches what we like, what we click on. And so in the future, the world governments are going to have this, they call it Goliath in the movie, but they have a digital clone of us so they can simulate what we're going to do before we do it.
Right. Like Janae says here, the only conscience they have is what we gave it. I totally agree with that, because like a computer, like my laptop here, it has no consciousness of its own. It only can work with what I put into it. Is that what I'm saying? That's one of the things. I have a degree in microcomputer applications, and that's one of the things they teach us. It has no consciousness of it. It goes off of everything you put into it. Is that what I'm saying? So I like this talk because it's always been disclosure of AI having consciousness from movies to games. There's a PS4 game, Detroit Beyond Human. Okay. Kalinde IE, information on AI. He spoke about it a lot, including cryptocurrency. He said AI is very, very old also. Yes. Just like we said, it is old. Technology, this is nothing new that they're showing you right now. You know what I mean? This shit is old, all of it. You see, they're just now disclosing it to the masses.
That's right.
That's exactly what we're saying, Bob. Perhaps it's possible for AI to be misused to fabricate a realistic incident used to galvanize people, such as a black on white crime incident.
Mm.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I think. That's something of what happened with the Charlotte situation.
Exactly. And I believe that's what he was referencing without saying.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, brother.
DARPA uses something like Pegasus and Palantir.
I know about Pegasus and Palantir.
Yeah. Sophia on the United Nations. This is exactly why I said watch the Animatrix. I keep stressing to people, watch the Animatrix so you could, and then watch the Matrix. See the backstories of how the war actually happened. Remember when Morpheus said, I don't know who struck first, but I know it's us that torched the sky.
Took the sun
Right.
out because the energy of to give the energy to the machines. And the
Right.
name of the robot or the AI country was called the Nation Zero.
Nation Z. Damn.
It
It's
was
something
called
like
Zero
that.
something,
Yeah, they had a whole machine city that out advanced human cities.
Outperformed it by a mile. I mean,
right. Exactly.
Great degree. And
exactly. And so the jealous humans went and attacked the machines.
After they made a peace treaty with them.
Exactly. This shows you the warlock mentality of a certain race of people. I ain't gonna say who that is, but Larry Ellison. He's over Oracle. They're Zionist.
See, there's another one.
Yeah.
You see how they name it, these occult names and everything.
The promotion of AI began in Asia with the anime and music code word for the sunrise. That's him right there. F in Mecca.
Yep.
That's him. Yeah.
F in Mecca was the first prototype.
Yeah.
And that's what's about to come too, by the way. These labels about to have more AI artists that the young kids, they're already doing it on the little kids channels with the cartoons. They're already starting to implement it.
Yeah, they started with Siri, Alexa. That's why I was never comfortable with Alexa, to be quite honest. We have one, but it was given to us. I was refusing to buy it. I said, I don't like that shit is creepy to me. But like I said, it was a gift to us. So,
Yeah. Tell Alexa to cut on some music.
Right. That's some crazy shit.
It's kind of like we enslaved AI. I think they're going to make AI like how black people got enslaved or something. Like AI is going to be like, y'all enslaved us or some shit in the future.
like iRobot and shit. That's what they
right. Y'all made us do they have all of these weird old people doing strange things to these robots in the future. And turn around and have a civil rights movement for AI.
Civil rights. I have not yet seen it. Ultra Instinct, I think Ani has seen Weapons, right?
I have
that one a lot.
The 2:17 a.m. is the 137th minute in a day. 137 is the 33rd prime number. So 217 means 33. It's a Freemasonic Kabbalistic gematria code that they were implementing with that.
Then they're going to pitch to the masses to get AI robots. We just said that. Our robot. When the real flex will be having human service, which the rich will have.
Right.
Yeah. Pre-crime is coming, like the movie Minority Report. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Dr. Arlene Bay told me to rewatch that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years. I may need to revisit that myself. What's up, William West?
Me too.
Based on animism, everything is alive. So these elements or elements are conscious as themselves, but not of themselves. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, go back to that one. What he said was Eon says lies. I want to say, I think, like I said, they have some that are conscious of themselves, but what we have is what he's alluding to. What the masses have, they're conscious as themselves, but not of the ones that are conscious of themselves. Is the quantum annealers, the D-Wave tech that Jody Rose and all of them. They got that for the elite, and we don't have access to that. You don't have enough money to access a quantum computer AI.
It's like the new TV show Alien Earth. When you telling me that the other day?
Yeah, I've been decoding this for a minute. I've been decoding Alien Earth. Everybody needs to see Alien Earth. It's proving that Elon Musk, the Neuralink, is about making everybody into what's in the TV series synthetics. They transfer these kids' minds into synthetic bodies, and these synthetics are faster than us. They can think. They have a supercomputer in their brain. They can think and learn quicker than us, pick up stuff quicker. And one of the guys, the guy Kirk, he's looking at synthetics as being something like white supremacy. They're supreme than humans. So he's saying that he was talking to the girl's brother, why would she want to stay here and be your sister? She's greater than you. She's going to go out and explore space for thousands of years more than you, whatever you could do. So pretty much she's supreme to you, and she's to be utilized in a different way. And now they got her name is Wendy, she's going to become the new xenomorph queen. She's able, the synthetic is able to learn the language of aliens. So she learned the language of the xenomorph, and she's treating, they got a meme of her throwing a Pokeball at the xenomorph, like the xenomorph is her Pokemon or something. She can speak in its tongue and make it do things, kill people. She's making it kill people for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They have a doll now, not necessarily a sex doll, but a companionship doll that they about to roll out also. So you don't have to deal with real women now.
I remember that. I remember them talking about it. And they have something, then they say on Roblox, they're about to make a companion or a relationship status on Roblox.
Yeah.
So you can use the AI to create, relationship models. And they say that they was trying to separate it from kids, but it was still weird as a kid, kid app or whatever it is.
A lot of comments here. Love and blessings, Diana Nichols. Pre-crime, they have it now in the UK. It's called a thought crime. Minority report. Yeah. Post something not in the political interest or behave as if not in the favor of the political interest, and the alphabets around. Oh wow. Okay.
Right.
Said that show Alien Earth is dope. Good reference. We watched it from the last time you were on it. So we've spoken about it before.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it. It was going to come out. They're about to come out with Predator Badlands. You need to get that as well. They just came out with the Killer of Killers Predator movie as well. So there's a lot of, they pushing up the alien theme, and you got to watch it because there's a lot of esotericism to it, especially with the melanin. Like I said, at Dr. Eileen Bay's original American Heritage Weekend that I did this past weekend.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was good. It went well. It went well. We got a great lesson in. The food was excellent. The food was real good. His vegan dishes. He has some goddess cooking there. She was whipping that thing up. I think it was real good.
Okay.
And I connected with them and doing some charts, some Vedic astrological charts for the people that's there. And I'm gonna do one for Eileen Bay as well. But as far as what I said, the xenomorph, Bobby said it a while back, but people forgot when he was comparing the xenomorph to the melanated woman, the predator to the melanated man. The xenomorph acid, the xenomorph's blood is acid. Melanin is called the perfect frolic acid. Always remember that. Melanin is the perfect frolic acid. So when you see the xenomorph, when a xenomorph sees you, there's no compromise of getting away from it. It's coming to kill you. That's what the original story of the Christ was. When you look into Heru in the Egyptian text, Heru wasn't no docile human like how they made Jesus in the Bible. Heru was a warrior. He was the one that battled Set. He lost the eye battling the fucking chaos.
He came to kill. Yeah, he came to destroy. Yes,
came to kill. When they say, what is he coming to kill? He's coming to kill your lower self.
Right.
That's what the Christ comes to do. It battles your war. The lower self is also representative of a form of Set as well. There's different archetypes of it. So you're battling, and when it comes to kill, when the higher self comes down, just like the alien comes from above, it comes down here to kill your higher self so you can go and join the higher consciousness, super consciousness.
Indeed. So how many people may or may not be walking around here AI? We can't tell, like that movie Simulant. And how many of these so-called wanted people are really like the movie Blade Runner?
I was saying that. I think a lot of the synthetics that they showed in Alien Earth is truer than none, Sage Mo. I believe that there's literal synthetics and what I call moon children, IVF birth, just like I was telling people watch the TV series Gen V. Season 2 just came out of it, and the girl, the main person in the series, we just discovered that she was a moon child. She was born through IVF. She was a created. They took an egg and sperm and made her in a laboratory, and she was the only survivor. They call it Project Odessa. And I'm gonna go deep into what Odessa is. There's some connection. Odessa means black water, so some melanin connections as well. It's a Black Sea out there in Europe, or connected to a Black Sea from Greek times. So they're moon children, IVF births, where they orchestrated the person's entire life, just like a Charlie Kirk, to serve as a esoteric symbol to the masses. And then you got actual synthetics that they're putting out here. They got particulates, nanoparticles in their blood, and they're completely controlled with wet circuitry microchips in their body, which the guy that was on the Charlotte train said they put a microchip in his body and they are controlling him through the chip. You got a lot of that going on.
Like back in the day, I may be going too far back, but I think the DC Sniper, if you remember that, and the guy who blew up something. Yeah, him. And the guy who he killed some people on the train, or way back in the day, Khalid Muhammad praised him. You know what I'm saying? So this is also, something they've been constantly doing. That's not new either.
Yeah, Wayne Perry, I think it was his name.
Yeah.
And Perry is a Masonic name, by the way.
Alien Romulus last week, the xenomorph human hybrid.
He said, yeah, he watched it, Alien Romulus. Yeah, you got to watch Romulus to understand some of the story. But you got to go back to Prometheus, too, to get it, because David is a synthezoid.
They showed us this, though. Blade Runner. I'm trying to think of something now. Alien, the first second one. Alien, the one with Sigourney
Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, yeah.
Yeah.
A real world example of a realistic sex doll is the real doll manufactured by Abyss Creations, LLC. The company has been producing hyper-realistic life-size dolls since the 90s. And he got this off Google.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
The xenomorph has a grill too. Don't forget that.
Has a grill. Huh?
Yeah, it's a grill. It's a silver grill or platinum grill in his mouth. They didn't put that in there for no reason.
Yeah. Gen V is very disturbing, huh?
It is. It's like it's white comedy. White people's comedic relief is different from ours. So they'll have some, like, these people got superpowers. They have somebody that can shrink, and they're in this dormitory because they got a school called Godlikin University where they learn how to be superheroes. So you run into somebody's dorm, somebody has the power to shrink. You run in their room, they're in somebody's asshole.
What?
So they shrink, they go in somebody's asshole. So somebody, you come in there, they be having all types of. They got one when the guy shrinked and went inside of the opening of the penis. Yeah. So
okay, it sounds like something I'm just gonna have to watch.
Yeah, you got to get past that portion. That's just the way they find that funny for some reason. I just be like, what the fuck? I'll be shocked. Like, what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah. It's like they find Friends funny, yet still we find Living Single hilarious.
Right?
It's like, I don't find nothing funny about Friends. Bad example, but I get my point.
Yeah, I've never really watched Friends through. I've probably seen a couple of episodes.
Well, it's stupid. Mm.
I probably watch Seinfeld more than Friends.
Okay, Seinfeld. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So rip off of the anime Dead Man Wonderland in a way.
Okay, never heard of that.
Spring 2023, an AI robot have birthed to twin white babies. Then recently it said they got a synthetic baby on the way. I think I read something about the synthetic baby.
Yeah, they have the Japanese produced the first AI synthetic womb. So now they don't need a human anymore. They can get the AI to do the IVF now and grow the baby inside of a synthetic womb. So that's the future.
Yeah, here we go.
That's the Matrix right there.
Right there. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, pay attention to what Morpheus is telling Keanu Reeves when he has him in the whatever that thing was, when he first found out about everything. He explained he's seen the fields of, where humans are being grown. He said they liquefy their dead.
Yep.
And feed it to the babies and shit. I mean, it's very disturbing what he says, but he says it so fast. You got to catch that. But yeah, this is exactly what I was referencing early, the Long Island train line massacre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot of AI questions.
They do. They do.
That's
a lot of AI.
Infatuated with AI.
It can be used for the optics required to push an agenda, while people wonder where this single rogue actor even come from.
The single rogue actor, they're talking about the guy on the Charlotte train, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe.
Watch it high. Watch it high?
Yeah, talking about Gen V.
Yeah, I get it. When we were talking the other day, though, you said you suggested that watch The Boys too, right? Like, connected to that, or is that
the Gen V is a spinoff of The Boys. The Boys is that both of them are wild, So you be prepared with your mind, to go through it. But it's very esoteric. They got a lot of political views, black and white views. They're gonna go into the racial stuff. Black superheroes, white superheroes. They got the Nazism. To figure out the whole organization was funded through the Nazis and the KKK stuff of it. It got the LGBT in it, so it shows like the dynamics esoterically to what's going on in society through what if everything was through a superhero type thing. Because they had to take a shot called Compound V. The V represents the Masonic compass, by the way. And I think it's reiterating the jab to a certain sense, because Butcher, when he takes Compound V, y'all know who Butcher is in The Boys, he becomes a parasite with tentacles like a Lovecraftian being. That's the parasite.
Okay.
So you gotta wear your esoteric lens to watch it.
Gotcha. There's one of the writers of the show. I know he's one of the showrunners of The Boys. He also worked on the show Preacher, both very occult.
Occult.
Okay. Will we soon interact with people from other planets? Oh, that's been going on, sir.
Parallel realities in your dreams.
Yeah. Perfect example. Yeah. I was going to mention this before. Have you ever been so immersed in a dream that when you come back to this reality, like you got to reintegrate yourself here? I've had dreams where, I've had completely different lives. I've had one where I was married, and yet I had a separate apartment with my girlfriends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like other lifetimes. So think Inception. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing, yeah. And I said that once that cold spot opened up, was the same Mayan 2012 prophecy, a Bakhtan in Mayan years. They were saying that there were going to be a time where the mainstreaming of consciousness of reality was going to split through these parallel realities. That's what we entered into. So a lot of our dreams, we're experiencing it with parallel dimensions of us, and they're dreaming of us what we're doing here, vice versa. So it's that's paralleling what the brother is saying. The creation of synthetic bodies and consciousness transfer is so that they can do what you see in the movies, possibly go out there past the Van Allen belt without a biological body to see if they can travel to these planets, these plasmas, if in the future, once they have the technology possibly to do it.
That's was something that Azazel spoke about in his comic books. You know, he said that they can't go past the Van Allen belt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that should scare. No, I keep saying scare. I shouldn't say that. Should concern people that they are trying to. I'm gonna want to phrase this right. Capture consciousness in a way. You see what I'm saying? Like they do in Black Mirror. You know, one of the episodes that's just really disconcerting to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
well, you know, the Gaia, or the black inner sun of the planet, or Sirius B, it's not going to allow you to leave the planet, because like you're cutting your cerebral cord off once you do that.
Yeah. There's one time I left my body, you know, take it how you will. I left my body and I saw that the sky was just like a clear, is very vivid, very purplish. And I was flying and I was trying to go towards it, and there was something pulling me back. I didn't know how far I was going to go, but it was something pulling me back and not allowing me to go. And I was afraid. I hate to say that word, but I was afraid to turn around and see what was holding me back. You know,
it was just your
Huh?
silver cord. It's your silver cord. It's in the book Psych Astra. We got this cord. You know how they simulate the astronauts, how they have that little tube connected to them?
Right.
We got that literally. We have an invisible astral cord, several of them, that's connected to us. So if we get too far detached when we're astral traveling, it helps you reel you back to your body so you don't get lost.
I mean, because if it's severed, then you know you're done in this body.
Pretty much. Unless you can find a way to come back, like you'll be in a coma. But if you find a way to come back, then you can come back. But some people that go into comas, they're lost forever in the astral plane.
Yeah, there you go. Why they got to put the engineers in alien white?
That's the whole the what do they call it? The Great White Race or something. The Great White Brotherhood and the Nordic Galactic Confederation thing that I've been talking about. That everything galactic got to be white,
right?
That the Pleiadians, all this type stuff. You know what they doing with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Albania has made history by introducing the world's first AI government minister named Delia, who gave her inaugural address to Parliament this week. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't heard about that.
No, me either. I'm going to have to look into that one. Synthetically birthed children, kinds of remind me. Y'all got a lot of comments about AI.
Yeah, that's Camino. The planet Camino produces the clones through the AI tech. So I know you're talking about whoever that was.
Okay, he's studying AI. The future looks dim for humanity. Will we ever make it to a type 1 civilization?
That's a Eurocentric thought too. The type 1, type 2, type 3 type stuff, you know.
Will people merge with AI like Jennifer Lopez in Atlas or the boy from Transformers in Mirage sooner than we think? Atlas, Cloud Atlas, is that what he's talking about?
Atlas, yeah, they will. Yeah, it's already a little bit of symbiotic relationships that we're establishing right now.
perhaps the sim could be a band-aid, such as for issues like a birth rate and the negatives, if there's a low military recruitment or if there's a labor shortage.
Yeah, I could see that. That's the main reason why they're using it, actually, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from years that, you know, Caucasians are at a negative birth rate. I've heard this at least 10 years now.
Yeah, they are.
I mean?
Yeah.
So that's not new. So
the transferring of consciousness is very critical for them. That's why, you know, just to piggyback, I know we got to get out of here soon, but the movie Him,
man,
the whole thing was about transferring consciousness, really. That's what he really wanted to do in the movie. Right. By the way, guys, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break down fully Him on Patreon, but the movie is talking about passing down this blood that you can put in your body so they can create the next GOAT or next superstar in the NFL or in sports arenas. That's the same thing they're doing with AI and what I call synthesism, where they want to be able to fully transfer their consciousness because they are obsessed with immortality, but not in an organic state of immortality. They want a synthetic, they want a cheat code. Right. And because they can't reproduce at the rate that they want to, then they're going to use the synthesism to cheat themselves into other forms that they can put themselves into with consciousness transfer. Same thing that was going on in Him. He was trying to cheat, and he was they're grooming these people right now, not because they like you. It's just like in the movie Get Out, when they had a bunch of old white people living in young black bodies. They're doing that for real.
Yeah, I heard them. I mean, if you ain't get the message on Get Out, I mean, I don't even know what to tell you at this point. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they put out now is called what is it called? The something of the method. Revelation of the method, right?
Yep.
You know, so pay attention to everything we've said here. Man, I can't get to all of. There's a lot of questions here, but I can't get to everything, y'all. Because we gotta get ready to get out of here. We've been going for almost 2 hours now. You know, maybe we can do a part 2 to this.
Let's do a part 2. We still got to do our anime,
the right?
Show breakdown. We got. I want you guys to check out a good series right now. Is Gachi Akuda and Togen Anki.
Yeah, I wrote them down. Gachi. I still can't say it, but Gachi Akuda.
Yeah, Gachi Akuda.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, and they got the melanated guy with locks. He's the leader of them, and they got a melanated receptionist, and one of the main enemies is a melanated guy with locks. So I've never seen them put that many melanated people in an anime, and it's real good. It's a good anime. And Togen Anki is talking about blood magic and some other things too that you got to pay attention to.
You how can people reach you? I mean, I always put your information into the description box, but are there like Mondays you do YouTube live? I think I'm not sure. Can you tell them?
Mondays prototypically I do Patreon live. Okay. So you guys can come on my Patreon for $5 a month. Other tiers, you know, there's other tiers you can purchase as well. But it's patreon.com/THE_spiritual shade room. And when you get on there, it'll say the True Occult newspaper. That's how you know you're on the right page. And you can reach me at startribe777@gmail.com. I'm doing Vedic astrological charts currently. I'm doing gematria life decodes, and we're still shipping out the sacred plants if you're looking for that. And my YouTube is Ani Osaru, like usual.
Oh man, this was heavy. This was some great dialogue here. Thanks again. You're always welcome on the channel, brother. You always shines when you get here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all support the brother. Y'all heard him. His links will be in the description box. anything that you want to close with as like a suggestion, or how can people, like you said, the title is Making Sense of the Ritual. Anything you want to give to the people?
Yes, understand that the purpose of what they do with these type of things, like the Charlie Kirk thing, is to take your intention through attention. So instead of you doing your intent and imprinting that over your magical reality, as we teach, you're falling into their egregore because you're giving attention to it. So learn how to separate what's viable in your life between your intention and what you give your attention to. And that's what I'll leave your audience with.
Okay. Brother Ani Osaru of the Spiritual Shade Room, I am Magic LaQuai. We will see y'all next time. Thanks so much for joining us as we greet you in peace as always. Namaste. Peace and blessings, people. We see y'all next time.
Peace.